Someone's message your business. They're interested, they want to know more about the pricing, availability, how to get started, and you reply 4 hours later. Next morning, or forget completely, that person has already messaged your competitor. I'm going to show you how to use AI to build a system that makes sure every inquiry gets a fast, professional reply, and why that alone could be worth over $1,000 a month to your business. Just to quickly explaining the problem. So most local businesses, inquiries come through like the Instagram DMs, Facebook, email, website forms, WhatsApp, basically all over the place. So the owner is busy coaching, treating clients, or out on a job. By the time they reply, the lead has gone cold or found someone else. Even when they do reply, it's rushed and doesn't sound great. There is no follow-ups if the person doesn't reply on the first message. Think of this. So research shows that responding the lead within 5 minutes makes you 21 times more likely to convert than if you wait 30 minutes. Most local businesses I see take hours or even days. If you get 20 inquiries a month and you're losing half of them of the slow follow-ups, that means the 10 of them potential customers walking away. So think of the CrossFit gym. If it's like $130 a month membership, that's a 1,300 a month just gone, just because your reply was too slow. Your service wasn't bad, it's just your reply was too slow. So the steps how we can solve this one with AI is you can use I'm using Claude, you can use ChatGPT or any other ones. But what we want to do, we want to establish the context. I'm running across the gym, people inquiry through the Instagram DMs, emails, and our website contact forms. The most common questions are, how much is the membership? Do I need to be fit to start? What times are classes? Can I try a session first? What's included? And you just ask, help me categorize these into inquiry types so I can create a reply templates for each one. I'll press go and see what Claude does. What we can do next now, for each type, pricing, beginners, reassurance, schedule, trial, a taster session. Now write a reply template for each inquiry type. Keep them warm, friendly, under 80 words, and always end with a clear next step, either booking a free intro session or asking a question to keep the conversation going, to make them sound more human, not corporate. Claude just produced a quick 4 templates. One is about membership, one's about not need to be fit to the start, and then another one is times and templates. It just gives you good wording. You can edit it, you can change it to fit your classes. If you have your own schedule, you can probably post it straight away to the context. So adding more context at the start actually gives you more leverage. It can give you like a better outcome. So that all these details you don't want to edit, you can copy paste them in from your resources and it'll just add them straight away. So for example, hey, yes, 100%, we'd love to have you in. We do a free intro session where you meet one of our coaches, go through the basics, and join in a class. So yeah, you can see what it's really like. No pressure at all. Just wear something comfy and bring water. We got everything else covered. What days and times work best for you? Get you booked in. So it follows up nicely with the next question. It keeps engaged. It's kind of short, warm, clear call to action. So it works very well. If you have like a vague answer there where you could just like, oh yeah, just come in and you do not much more, or I'll book you in. Maybe you follow which class you want, or you just say, oh yeah, come in, whatever. It doesn't give you like that follow-up action, that professionalism, that almost like warm. So you kind of miss the detail. It's quite vague because you rushed quickly the answer. If you have this one, you are most likely set, and this would cover most of your cases when someone just query about one of those things. A lot of times Claude also like already give you suggestions what to do next. So it doesn't really need to overthink this one or figure out too much. What we want to do is think of how we can expand this one. So how we can making sure that we don't need to do that much thinking, and we can making sure that we do a little follow-up. Claude always gives you like a next kind of steps, suggestions, what you can do more. But what we can do is we can expand on each inquiry. So Now for each inquiry type, write a follow-up message. I can send it if the person doesn't reply within 24 hours, and final gentle nudge for 3 days later. Keep them light, not pushy. What we produced here, it's kind of like a 24-hour follow-up and then 3-day gentle nudge. So you have, hey, checking in, this doesn't get lost in inbox. Happy to answer any questions about membership or what it's included. Or if you rather just see it yourself, I can get you booked in for a free intro, no strings attached. And then if they still don't reply in the 3 days, hey, no worries, the timing isn't right. Just wanted to let you know that the offer for free intro session is always there whenever you're ready. Feel free to reach out anytime. So it's really simple, really gentle, friendly reply. What we can do next, either way, we can save it to your Instagram or Gmail or WhatsApp business, or keep them in your notes. Get like a really quick reply. You can just ask, organize this so I can save it to my notes. Claude just created this kind of file, so you can save this one in your notes. And what it does, you have like the first one, it's just like pricing, what's included. You have this initial reply. You just copy paste. If you want to edit in the same file, and then copy paste back to your reply, just save it to your Google Drive or your Apple Notes, whichever is easier. So you can then copy paste, just select it and then paste it in. If you need a quick edit, you can do it, but if you stick with this one, it will do. So if no one follows up, you just go back to it and then reply. And then 3 days later, do the same thing. It should cover most of your cases and it's already there. I can actually show you, for example, so you can also save this file and then each time in your ChatGPT or Claude, you get a response and you like, it seems a bit more like you don't know what to choose and you don't want to really figure out which one you should reply. You can add the file with a plus usually here to your request and you can just say, can you, I just made an example of basic text. Hi, I'm just wondering how much CrossFit is and what times you do classes. Never done it before. And that's really genuine message and it can quickly create you a really short reply. And taking the template, you have done it there. So it just says, this one hits 3 categories at once, pricing, schedule, and beginner reassurance. Let me blend those templates into the one new short reply. So what it takes is, great to hear from you. Membership is, that covers automatic classes, open gym, access, and proper onboarding. So you're not just left to figure out things on your own. So class times, it gives you class times, and don't worry about never having done it before. Most of your members hadn't either when they started. Everything is scaled for your level, so you got your own pace. And then it just says about do a free intro session, etc., etc. So it can produce you on a fly if you want to really quickly reply, and it takes less than a minute to create one. So what's the benefits? Most of the time, the classic reply in these kind of really stressful, quick situations for owner, they would just quickly write, oh, it costs this much. Like it costs like $130 a month and classes are on the website. And that's quite really bad reply. So what we want to do is warm, answer a question, acknowledge the nervousness, invite them to book a free taster, reply. In this way, your replies go out in minutes instead of hours. That alone dramatically increases your conversation rate. Speed is important there. So every person gets a great reply, not just ones who message when you are not busy. Your worst replies is now as good as your best ones. So think of this one. You currently converting 5 out of your 20 inquiries, for example, but this gets you extra 3. If you go by that one, you have three extra clients. That times $130. That gets you $390. We times that one 12, and that probably gives you more than $4.5 grand a year. So over a year, it's a lot of money from just a template which took you 20 minutes to set up. The 24-hour and 3-day follow-up catch people who were interested but got distracted. Even converting 1 extra person per month from follow-ups alone pays for itself many times over. So you stop worrying about whether you reply to everyone. The system handles it. You focus on coaching. This isn't about replacing you with a robot. It's about making sure the people who are already interested in your business actually hear back from you quickly enough to say yes. That's it. Templates, follow-ups, and a system that takes 20 minutes to build and save you money every single month. If you're interested in more content like this, check out my channel.